Those were the first words she ever said to him. Her voice shook like brittle glass, her eyes hollow with fear. And in that moment, Jack Morgan, a single dad who had already known more loss than most, made a decision that would change both of their lives forever. Jack had been through enough heartache for a lifetime. His wife, Anna, died giving birth to their only son, Ethan. Since then, Jack's world had narrowed down to work, home, and raising Ethan with everything he had. A construction worker by day and a father every moment in between, Jack didn't have much left in the tank for anything, or anyone, else. It was a stormy November afternoon when he crossed paths with her. Jack had just picked Ethan up from soccer practice and stopped by a 7-Eleven to grab some milk. That's when he saw her, shivering near the dumpsters, drenched, barefoot, and barely a teenager. At first, he thought she was homeless. But when their eyes met, something in him stopped. That's when she whispered, "Please, sir, don't let him take me back." Before Jack could speak, a man burst from the corner. Mid-40s, heavy-set, reeking of alcohol and rage. He grabbed the girl by the wrist and snarled, "She's mine." Jack didn't think, he reacted. Years of hard labor had made him strong, and fatherhood had made him fearless. He stepped between the girl and the man, shielding her with his body. "Not tonight," Jack growled. "You lay another finger on her, and I'll make sure you don't get back up." The man lunged. Jack punched him. Hard. The guy collapsed, dazed. Jack pulled out his phone and called the cops while keeping the girl close, shielding her from the nightmare behind them. Her name was Lily. The police came. So did Child Protective Services. That night, Jack drove home with Ethan in the backseat, and Lily sleeping in the front, wrapped in his old army jacket. He should have let the system take care of it. That's what the social worker said. But Jack had seen too much of the system to trust it. Lily had bruises old and new, scars that weren't just on her skin, and a terror in her eyes that haunted him. So he asked to become her foster parent. Raising Ethan was hard enough. Raising Ethan and Lily was a whole new level of exhaustion and emotional chaos. Lily didn't speak much at first. She jumped at every loud sound, flinched if Jack moved too quickly, and never looked anyone in the eye. But Ethan was a light in her darkness. He shared his room, his toys, even his secret chocolate stash. Slowly, Lily opened up. Still, trauma doesn't disappear overnight. Jack had to learn patience all over again. There were nights she'd wake up screaming. Days she'd shut down entirely. But Jack never raised his voice. Never gave up. And one day, after months of silence, she called him something he hadn't expected. Dad. Just one word. But it cracked open Jack's heart in a way he didn't think was possible anymore. Lily grew into a smart, fiercely independent young woman. She excelled in school, helped around the house, and even started mentoring younger foster kids. Ethan became her best friend. Jack became her real father in every way that mattered. But life, as it always does, had one more test in store. Jack got sick. Not a cold, not something that rest and soup could fix. Cancer. Stage 4. Lily was 22 when she got the call. She was in her final year of law school. She dropped everything, her classes, her job, her apartment, and moved back home. Doctors gave him 6 months. Lily refused to accept that. She took over everything, appointments, medication schedules, researching every clinical trial on the planet. She became a force of nature. Jack protested at first. "You've got your whole life ahead of you," he'd say. But Lily looked him in the eyes and said, "You saved me when I was broken. Now it's my turn." She fought for him with the same ferocity he once used to protect her. And against all odds, Jack survived. His cancer went into remission a year later. The doctors called it a miracle. But Jack knew better. It wasn't a miracle. It was Lily. Years later, Lily opened her own legal aid firm, specializing in defending abused children and domestic violence survivors. Her first case. A young girl trying to escape her stepfather's grasp. She looked at the girl and said, "I've been where you are. You're not alone." He still lives in the same house. Still wakes up early to tend his small backyard garden. Still beams with pride when people ask about his 2 kids. At every award ceremony, every courtroom win, every milestone in Lily's life, he's there. Sometimes people ask him how he managed to raise such a strong woman. He just smiles and says, "I didn't raise her. She raised herself. I just gave her a safe place to do it." One act of courage can change a life. But love, patience, and belief, they can change the world. Dash dash dash.